Before I get into today's video, remember to follow me on Twitter. So my Twitter, the link is in the description below. You can also find me. My handle is @JacksonKruger. Come over, say hi, and anyways, back to your regularly scheduled video. All right, let's give some offensive linemen a little bit of love right here. Specifically, one of them, Andrew Whitworth, the very, I think, well-known, about as well-known as you can be being an offensive lineman. Andrew Whitworth, 40-year-old who played for a while in Cincinnati, now beat Cincinnati in the Super Bowl, and he played well in the Super Bowl. He was PFF's second highest graded offensive player for the Rams, so there you go. He had a good day. Let's talk about what he did so well, specifically in pass protection was most of it. So like on this play, we saw him go up a lot against Trey Hendrickson. That's who he's going up against here, and he did a pretty good job at it, I would say. Although this play was technically a sack he gave up, although I certainly wouldn't consider it to be his fault. Here's why. Look at what's happening. So right off the bat, okay, kind of a simple start to this play. You could say Whitworth doesn't have the exact hand placement he wants with his left hand, but I don't know exactly what Cam Akers, the halfback, is doing right here. It's kind of a weird play where I just don't understand what happens here. Watch Akers basically just run over Andrew Whitworth, which allowed a sack to happen on that play. So that was odd. Not exactly sure why that happened or what happened there, but some sort of communication breakdown of some kind, which resulted in the sack. I certainly don't blame Whitworth for getting tackled from behind. That's just an unfortunate scenario. Interestingly enough, that was one of just 2 sacks that the Bengals would get in the Super Bowl. So, right off the bat, it's the offensive line did very well. There's no denying that. Moving over to this one, and again, they did very well, at least in terms of the pass protection. Even the run blocking by the line, I didn't think was that bad. It was kind of the other guys blocking, but regardless, you see again, you have another one-on-one matchup right here. This time it is not on Hendrickson. This is going to be Khalid Kareem, who's kind of a rotational player. But anyways, watch what happens. You're kind of just going to see, Whitworth's long arms come into play here. As you see, that right arm gets really latched on really well. Kind of maybe could have gotten away with a hand to the face. You see his hand is on the face mask area, but it does seem like for the most part, the referees aren't going to call these kind of things. If you get your hand off quickly, that's tend to be what they do. But look at how, since he had to take his left hand off, he was still able to, maintain positioning right there, which I think is pretty interesting. He basically just blocked the guy with one arm right there because he had to take his left hand off. He didn't want a penalty. He was trying to get rid of it as quick as he can, so ref didn't see. So, again, just good stuff, I think, from Andrew Whitworth. I think you could look at something like this, going up back against Hendrickson on this play, and what's going to happen is, again, it's a one-on-one matchup here, and look at how you're going to see Hendrickson try to pull off this rip move, and he's in pretty good position to do it, right? Hendrickson can get his left arm kind of underneath Whitworth, and then basically what has to happen is he's just going to try and get to Stafford, and Whitworth has no choice but to just try and push Hendrickson behind Stafford. That's what you want to do on this play. But watch how well Whitworth does it. I mean, he just shoves him way back there. So that looked like that was I don't know who's going to win. And it ends up being, no doubt, Whitworth wins that rep. So, again, this is just kind of what he can do. It's not always about just winning stuff cleanly. Sometimes you're in a bit of a peculiar position, but he still found ways to, do all right. We'll go over here now just to show a couple of other plays that I thought that he did well. I mean, really, watching him in pass protection, it's, kind of weird to make these film studies because typically it's just like, yep, that was a good play. Yep, that was a good play. Yep, that was a good play. It's just consistently making your blocks. But look, as you see on this one, he's going to do a great job of being able to hold off Trey Hendrickson. Good job there. Also, this play, it's again going to be a one-on-one block against Trey Hendrickson, and as you see, he is going to easily be able to pull that one off. So just great stuff from the 40-year-old left tackle. Basically, Stafford did not have to worry about his blind side all game as long as Cam Akers isn't running into Andrew Whitworth. That's basically what was happening in the Super Bowl, which is good stuff by Whitworth. And I also want to talk about some stuff like this. So this is just one example, but there were a number of these kind of examples of, I thought Whitworth did a good job of kind of just disguising what he does. Typically, when you see an offensive lineman who is pass blocking or run blocking, it's pretty easy to tell what they're doing. So that's kind of how in play actions, a lot of times some linebackers will just simply read the offensive line as opposed to where the ball is. You can do stuff like that. You can't do that against Whitworth because Whitworth basically does not give anything away. So on this play, you don't know. Could be a handoff, could be a passing play. You have no idea if you're Trey Hendrickson. watch how Hendrickson goes to pass rush, but it's a running play, and now you basically just completely clear that area out. Didn't do much, but, that's kind of what you can do if you're, Andrew Whitworth, is you can just fool guys like that. And it wasn't just this play. He did a great job of, I thought, also in play actions, making it seem like he's run blocking when he isn't. So a lot of good stuff from the veteran. He's learned a thing or two being in the NFL as long as he has. And also there's some stuff like what you're going to see on this play. So on this one, it's going to be a double team block. And, I want to be clear. I thought that Whitworth did a really good job in the run blocking game as well. I know that overall running game didn't do too much, but it wasn't Whitworth's fault. Whitworth did a great job. I mean, he really did. He had a great Super Bowl. I really thought he did. Watch him be able to pull off, finish off this double team block, clear out space to allow a decent run, nothing crazy. Again, the running game was not doing too much for the Rams. There's no denying that. But the way I feel is I wouldn't blame Whitworth for that. I think there's other factors you could blame for that. I thought Whitworth had a very good Super Bowl, and I mean, the guy's clearly a Hall of Famer. I think there's no denying that when you factor in longevity and also just how many years of high-level play. I think that it's probably without question, and now he has the Super Bowl ring, which, how much does that matter for an offensive lineman? But I think it does matter to some degree. I think some people do look at it, and certainly it matters for him. I'm sure he's happy to be getting these Super Bowl ring after so many years in the NFL. It's just one of those cool stories. The guy was a two-time first-team All-Pro. Also, he was a second-team All-Pro in 2014, four-time Pro Bowler. Also won a Walter Payton Man of the Year award. So those are his accolades there. And then the Super Bowl. Maybe that's not a definite Hall of Famer, but he certainly has a good, he's in the conversation. When you factor on longevity, I don't think that matters as much for offensive linemen as it does for other positions, but he's got a good argument to make. There's no denying. So if he does retire, he could certainly be in there. I guess, what do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you think he should be a Hall of Famer, or do you think maybe Hall of Very Good? Regardless, he might be in two different Ring of Honors when it's all said and done, both the Bengals and the Rams Ring of Honors. Interesting stuff. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.